never wanted to be a camper, and I have never slept in a van before in my life.
Hi, this is me, Pia from Germany, housebound due to sicknesses since 2 decades. And this is my IVECO Daily, which I bought to build me a bed on wheels, to finally escape my never-ending quarantine. To make the challenge higher, I'm highly allergic to nearly any off-gassing of chemical materials, all scents, smoke and mold. This is called multiple chemical sensitivity. If you are in the same situation, or if you want to prevent to be in this situation, you should follow my videos.
Yeah, so I tried to find an apartment here in Hamburg, another apartment for 3 years, and now I gave up and said, okay, I'll try to get this van first, and I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. You know, I've never wanted to be a camper, and I have never slept in a van before in my life, so everything's new now. It's not only new to build a van, it's also new to drive a van, to sleep in a van, to cook in a van, to use the bathroom in a van, and to live on a campground or totally in the woods or somewhere else. So I have no idea what's going to happen afterwards, but to be honest, I would be very happy to be able to give up an apartment on the long run and save the money I spend in Germany, and instead renting in Stockholm and having a car, something like this. Because you all know I love to be in Stockholm way more than here in Hamburg or anywhere else in Germany. And yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. But first I have to build the van, and this is already taking way more time than I ever expected to.
Actually, the story of my van build started in May 2019. I bought the same model and was the happiest person in the world. A mechanic of the car dealer removed the plastic walls for me. They are attached with around 80 rivets, and you can carefully drill them out. The emphasis is on carefully. He not only drilled into the rivets, but also through the metal walls of my car, so it was covered with small holes. This was one of the worst moments in my life, and I can tell you I had a lot of bad moments in my life, but this felt like all my hope for the future was gone in this second. And it started a long fight with the car seller, and it took me around 10 months to find the same car again. You can imagine if you are bedbound, it's very hard to find energy and to start from null. I was really depressed in that time, and now I finally found exactly the same model, nearly the same price and the same kilometers again. Surely not from this seller, and that's why I always complain that the story already takes so long and I need so much patience.
I guess it's like for everybody people who build a house know, you think, oh my god, we'll be ready in 7 months, and then 2 years later you are still building. And that's what I experience right now with the van too. I took over my second IVECO Daily in the beginning of March, and I thought, okay, I'll do it like this. There is a floor inside, and I will cover the floor with something that's not that keeps the smell inside, and I build on this floor. So I skip like 3 weeks of more work to open the floor and do anything below. I just wanted to start, to finally live and get out here after I've already lost 1 year now. And so I planned like this. The plan was good. I thought, okay, 2 months later, there might be the kitchen and the bed, and I will do the insulation step by step. And I will not cover the walls directly because I want to test the insulation a while and then close the walls. So I could be done 2 months later. Okay. Yeah, the thought was good. Now we have the middle of May, and yeah, my van seems to get more and more empty instead of more and more filled. So when I took over the van, it was the worst day ever. I could hardly dress, and I needed to go downstairs, which is only 12 steps and like 50 meters. But this was way too much on this heavy ME day.
I'm still very thankful that the company was bringing me the car to my home, because I wouldn't have managed to pick it up by myself with my condition. And I've been going on the nerves of the seller for weeks, all the time mentioning, please be so kind and careful that nobody is putting any kind of chemistry into this car, no scents, no cleaning at the end, nothing at all, not even putting some oil on the doors. I have to do anything by myself to have control over what's getting into this car. So they did it. As you can see, the keyring had a special information, no chemistry. There were several signs inside the car, and so I was very, very happy to get it without any scents and chemistry. But I was smelling a little bit mold, and yeah, that's another theme for another video, but I was very happy to be done with that.
And so I took over the van, signed the papers, and checked at least a little bit. And then I went upstairs. Luckily, I have an elevator. Fell in bed and stayed there for, I don't know, 4 days. And that was really hard. You know, it's like Christmas time and you have this car in front of the door and you desperately want to go down and sit in there and just stare around and just think, oh my God, I have a van to be, I have a van to be. And instead your body says, no, you are not going anywhere. You stay in this bed. You crawl to the toilet, you crawl to the kitchen, and you crawl back for 4 days. And your new wonderful car is standing outside, and you can't even look at it. But after 4 days, I managed to go downstairs, and I felt quite good. So also this van had some things I wanted to be done, but not the walls. I after the drama the last time, I decided nobody is touching these walls except me. So if it will be the last thing I will do in my life, I will tear down these walls by myself. And I will take down all these metal pins by myself. And if somebody is drilling into the walls, it will be me. Yeah. So this I already got a panic attack thinking about anybody else trying to do the same as the first guy.
So this is where I started my van build. The situation the car looked like when I took it over.
It was 7 degrees outside. It was stormy. It felt even like being kind of snowy. The people were wearing hats and warm coats, and there was hardly anybody outside. But when you are suffering of ME and you have a little window, then you can't care about that. So I opened all the doors, was standing in the wind inside the car, and then I decided, okay, I start tearing down the walls. And I didn't want to drill into this metal pins. I thought I'd do it the other way around because I throw away the plastic walls anyway. So I take these sharp knives and start tearing them down. And when I started, I was wearing a mask because the car smelled kind of moldy, but I didn't see anything. But there was surely something. And that's the problem with brain fog. You think, oh, it smells moldy. The brain, if it would work, would say, okay, if it smells moldy, there is mold. So you should be very careful. Not my brain was still in my bed. So I was cutting down and I felt like the hero, and yeah, at the last plastic, so the plastic stuff was kind of dirty, and the last plastic I took on my glasses. You know, I'm old, I now have the reading glasses, and without everything looks okay. And I took the reading glasses and stared on the plastic, and then I saw some of the stains were mold and not dirt. So I have been tearing down the walls and throwing the mold in my face during that all the time for like 40 minutes. And then I didn't wonder anymore why I had pain in my lungs, because this is always the first sign for me that there's mold somewhere, when my lungs get pain. Okay, so I went back upstairs, took a long shower, and to be honest, it was very stupid to tear down the mask during working. I didn't smell anything because the car was open, and the mask was always going into my eyes, so it was hard to work with that mask. And as I didn't smell anything in the wind, I took it off. And the result was that I had like 2 weeks pain in my lungs and very heavy mold reaction. But, you know, I teared down the walls by myself. And some weeks later, I drilled out all these metal pins. And now it's done. Not one hole in my metal wall, nothing destroyed. I did it by myself, and I'm very happy and very proud.